Live coverage of the Guaranteed Rate Elite at Pickwick Lake is sponsored by Rapala.
We'll show you some scenes from takeoff this morning at Pickwick Lake, Bassmaster Elite at Pickwick Lake, Florence, Alabama. No, we're not running the tape in reverse. This is actually what was going on this morning. Anglers putting their boats back on the rack, getting ready to take them out of the water here at Florence, Alabama, because day one has been postponed. If you've had your eye on the weather here in this country the past day or so, the past 20 hours or so, huge line of storms moved through from Mississippi all the way through Alabama. Lots of tornadic activity, especially in southwest Alabama, though. A lot of concerns around here as the anglers are having their final day of practice and preparation for this. They get all wound up and ready to go, ready to compete in the third stop of the year. Very important day on the Bassmaster Elite Series, but also a day which we are not going to lose, but it's going to be postponed. We're going to get all 4 of our days of fishing in, and that's going to be the plan. We'll finish it up on a championship Monday for you, so it's always something hard to deal with. Every angler takes it in a different way. We caught up with Jake Whitaker just a moment ago.
All right, guys, so here day one Bassmaster Elite here at Pickwick, and we've had some really weird weather come through last night and some strong storms and tornadoes and stuff like that, but a lot of current is running through the dam. We've got a lot of current moving down the lake, and the lake has been down quite a bit. So what we've got fast current and rising water and forecast of high winds today. And whenever you've got high winds blowing against a strong current, it really does make for some unsafe conditions. So I totally get what B.A.S.S has done. I applaud them for being on our side as far as safety is concerned. So we'll go load it up, maybe go play a little bit up on Wilson today, but it is what it is, and we're going to go get them tomorrow.
Day one here, Pickwick postponed due to wind and current. It's kind of tough to swallow. We've been getting ready. We've been here several days. Wasn't able to fish a lot yesterday because of the storm. A lot's changing. Water's rising, current's speeding up, weather's changing. So it's going to be just a curveball for the anglers. Everything's going to be totally different when we get back out there tomorrow. Hopefully we can go tomorrow. The wind's supposed to still blow tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. That's part of doing this. As bad as we want to go fishing. So hope it changes. Hope we get to go tomorrow is all I can say.
All right, day one here at the Bass Nation Elite at Pickwick Lake, and they have canceled day one. I think it's the right call. Wind versus current, never a good recipe. Going to be some giant rollers out there in a little bit. Safety first. So lake's rising fast, changing conditions. Practice, you can scratch it. I can guarantee you that. Fish are going to be moving, and day one starts tomorrow. Fingers crossed. It's going to be a different playing field, but we'll see if we can't figure them out.
I probably would have rather went ahead and went today, but it's a safety issue, It's probably a lot of trash. This thing just came up so much, last night that there probably is a lot of debris and it would be hard to get around. That's probably, for me, probably the biggest fear out there. It wasn't the wind or anything. It's just the debris floating. So, give another day for those fish to adjust to the water, so fish will probably get better.
Well, that's the call. The field is officially unplayable today as we bring in Mark Zona and take a look-see at our Humminbird unlock the lake.
Exactly right, Tommy Sanders. And look, it kind of feels like Christmas got, not canceled, but postponed. We all knew guys were catching them, taking a look at our Humminbird unlock the lake, looking at Pickwick, a lot of history here, but it's going to be a different Pickwick this time around compared to other Bassmaster Elite Series events. You're looking at about 50 miles of playing field, really from the Wilson Dam all the way west to the Pickwick Dam. And here's the great thing, Tommy Sanders. Man, when we get started, and this is very, very rare on a Bassmaster Elite Series tournament, we got to talk to a lot of anglers last night that we have cameras on, that we're going to have cameras on tomorrow, where I said, Matt, are you catching them? Oh, yeah, I'm catching them. So look for big fireworks tomorrow. And really, the story of this tournament, obviously, with the water rising, a ton of current out there. Basically, this tournament, with that water moving below that Wilson Dam, this is definitely going to be a smallmouth versus largemouth event, where earlier in the week, when that water was not moving as well, probably was going to be more of a consistent largemouth bite. Not going to be the case. And somewhere tomorrow, a guy probably that had a really sucky practice is going to knock their lights out in an area probably that was dry 3 days ago.
Well, if we didn't have a giant challenge at the start of the event, it wouldn't be a Bassmaster Elite Series tournament. These guys are going to do their best, as you say, to adjust to it. And there's going to be some winners and there's going to be some losers. Let's take you down to our fantastic host city, Florence, Alabama, McFarland Park. There you saw very placid there, Davey. It's kind of tucked in away from the mainland and mainly tucked away from that southwest wind, which is blowing now, and wind versus current. Our guys referred to that. Explain to us why that makes it the worst way to get around, wind going against the current.
Well, it just makes those waves build up and it puts them close together. You know, we see a lot larger waves on the Great Lakes, but they're big rollers. But when you have those waves that are tucked in real close together and 3 to 4 foot waves against that current, makes it really, really tough. Listen, I'm normally not the guy that says we need to postpone because, you know, old school, put your big boy pants on and let's go fishing. But really and truly, we have the perfect storm here. The current, they really got it flowing because all of the rain that we've had, and then the wind direction, west-southwest, right against that current. And here's the other thing that really was the deal that I think you had to think about, and I'm glad they considered, the amount of debris. The river, the lake has come up like 3.5 feet since the first day of practice. It's supposed to continue to rise some, but not quite as quickly. So a lot of floating debris in the water. So you've got wind, you've got currents, you've got floating debris. And it's just not smart to go fishing today. Tomorrow, I think the wind is forecast to blow again, but the debris shouldn't be quite as bad. A lot of rain yesterday and last night. The debris probably at its worst this morning. Those guys will be running a long ways. It would be dangerous, no doubt about it.
Look, Davey, it obviously is setting up for, during the weekend, they're going to be phenomenal fishing conditions. When you have current flow, rising water in the month of March, that is premium. With that being said, with it being premium, the other factor in this tournament Saturday and Sunday, it is going to be a popular lake, no doubt about it.
It is, but you know, if you think back the last time we were here, the areas that the fish are really biting, they always get pressure here. There's a lot of fishermen in this part of the country, and these fish get pressured 365 days a year. Not a lot of boats out there, I must admit. Not a lot of local boats even out there this morning. But hey, it'll be the weekend on the Tennessee River. These guys will have to adjust to that, just like we would. I mean, I was at Santee Cooper Lakes last weekend, and you know, there was hundreds and hundreds of boats, different tournaments going on. It's like that throughout the country. You know, our sport is really growing. License sales are up at all-time high. You know, gone up 20% in the last year or so. So that's something we're going to have to deal with. Our sport is getting very, very popular, and the pressure is something you're going to have in your game plan and understand, hey, do I go here first because maybe there's some locals might be there? Do I go somewhere else? That's all going to be part of the strategy. But honestly, you know, I always love fishing during the week. You don't have quite as much pressure, but, you know, Lisa made a good call here, no doubt about it. There's a lot going on and all the things. You know, the wind, had it been from another direction, not against that current, would be a total different scenario. But just a lot of things going on. The fish will be biting whether we start today or tomorrow. I was looking forward to a lot of good fish catches. They've really cranked up the water a lot up at the dam. So the fish will be biting there, and they'll be biting all the way down the river.
All right, lots of great reasons to, as you say, Davey, look forward to what's coming up. But let's look backward for just a moment here. Get in the old time machine and take you back for a decade to 2011, the Bassmaster Elite at Pickwick Lake, and your leader, Davey Height.
It's all about being where those fish are going to feed when they want to feed. They're there, and it drives you nuts not being able to catch them. And you're throwing, and it's monotonous, and it's a grind. But that's what's made it boil down to only a few fishermen being there on the final day, because it is such a grind and a lot of people have left.
Well, Davey Height, 17 years since he first started fishing the Bassmasters. In that time, he had 7 wins, including a classic win, including 2 Angler of the Years, and this was the big highlight of this new decade when it started.
Exactly right. And really, when that current was not moving in the morning, it was painfully slow. But when that buzzer went off at 10 a.m. every day, Davey knocked their lights out.
Wow! God dog, I'm happy. I mean, that's huge. It's huge.
Yeah, Davey knew what a big day that was, kind of left alone there at the Dam Z. And man, he had a couple of guys hot on his heels, one fish away from him at the start of this thing, and he put them away handily on this day.
Exactly. Taking a look at Davey Height weighing in, and you can never forget after beating Bobby Lane right there, when Davey makes the move and hits the non-skid Bassmaster Elite Series stage mat. I think he had a torn labrum or meniscus or something after that. But Davey, I'm going to throw it to you. Is this? Oh, Davey, actually, Davey is not on anymore. But Tommy, I'm going to tell you, this is going to be one of those very rare events that practice in a big way probably meant nothing. How much this lake is going to change starting tomorrow. Really, what a lot of guys learn during practice, you can throw it out.
Okay, well, they're going to be figuring out a new game plan, all 100 of our anglers. And we're going to be going our new plan. You can see it right there, Friday through Monday, same time. We'll start at 8 a.m. Each day, we're going to bring you 7, not 6, but 7 hours of Bassmaster Live. So we're not going to miss a darn thing. And Saturday and Sunday morning, as we have been for all this season, first 3 hours of coverage on Fox Sports, FS1, and the Fox Sports app. So, man, oh man, we can't wait to get it started. Unfortunately, we've got to wait another day. But 24 hours from now, we'll be with you and we'll be running on Lake Pickwick